Kev has been an insane force for Watch Dogs. But as we talk about Kev, let's load in to this game 1 of Green Eggs and Spam versus Watch Dogs. So yeah, I'm very excited to see here. We got confirmation that it is a Poppy top lane. So I actually want to see how this does turn out. Yeah, I'm very interested to see how this turns out. I mean, Ornn into Poppy does cancel out the dash. In terms of that matchup. So that's going to negate one of those knockups that Ornn can do.
They both want walls.
Yeah, actually,
they both want walls. Yeah,
they do both want walls. So I actually think that Poppy can even use Ornn's terrain, because that's an actual terrain, right? So Ornn's thing is he breaks terrains, but that's actually a bigger thing that Ornn is able to do, break terrain. That will break Trundle Pillar. So that's going to be a very interesting interaction in a fight. So I look forward to seeing that interaction. That'll look really funny, because I think I've seen Talia Ornn, and Ornn just breaks the part of the wall that he hits. And as well as Jarvan ultimate, right?
Yeah, as well, yeah. Same with the Trundle Pillar, so yeah.
Yeah, I really want to see how big brain plays they can see, and you can see there already the early game Vex just positioning forward because he knows has that range advantage and has that ability to just poke out this Akali, who at level 1, 3-point shuriken is enough to take out basically your whole energy bar. And it seems like they get a pick here early game. They're getting a pick on the Seraphine. They're already
going straight for it. Yeah, okay, great trade. And look at that, half HP. But Seraphine versus Thresh. Between these two supports, the Seraphine is gonna want to be healthier than the Thresh, because the Thresh will look to engage, whereas the Seraphine, she's gonna try her best to have to sustain, but waste mana in the process.
Ooh, this is very interesting. W first for the Ornn, and yeah, I mean the poke is gonna be there. And look at this double stacked wave for the Vex, and just poke. That's just the teanivia special right there. You're just getting poked out in lane. You're gonna use up all your energy, and we're gonna have to see what does Junking do here. Junking, known for those weird gangs, he's gonna go around, wrap around here, go through the Vex. This must be a flash.
Yeah, Vex is gonna have to either blow flash here, or will she look for an escape? Does have her abilities, does fear available, gets pushed back, and now Akali going forward with the E. Great use of the shield to fear everyone backwards. Now flash for flash used, and now trying to get some damage back onto the Trundle here, and it was actually played really well by this Vex, making sure that she didn't lose much. And straight onto the Seraphine, getting that play backwards. Will the Seraphine fall? Yes, first blood going into the hands of this Xayah, and now we see Xin Zhao catching up this Trundle using the pillar, but now there's a flash blown by the Xin Zhao, getting that second kill, knowing that the flash was blown earlier in that mid lane gank, and this exactly what we have come to expect from Watch Dogs.
Yeah, great understanding there from Kev, knowing that okay, this Trundle's level 3 has 12 CS, so it means full top side clear, right? And then what Kev did here was red into blue. Into Gromp, so they knew I had first step here. I can try to wait for this Trundle, who did just flash, and there we see that Kev got the first. Oh, there's a dive.
No, yeah, post flash, and the Triumph is not enough to save, and I don't think that's worth it for Poppy. The wave has reset, but looking at the health bars of that wave is going to push back into Ornn, and Poppy blew a flash in the process as well. So this is definitely not a favorable position for Poppy.
Yeah, it's not. That was not a all the best dive possible. Yes, this Ornn can just slowly push this lane up into this top lane, and I won't be surprised to see if anyone responds to this, like Junking responding to the double stacked wave here, or triple, even possible triple if they play this correctly, or if Kev starts walking up to the top lane. As you look at Kev's positioning right now, it is going towards that wolves, and then would most likely start walking towards that top lane. They know that this Poppy does not have flash. Sure, the Poppy can cancel out the engage, but they can start punishing this Poppy from gaining any EXP. As you can see, yes, the ability of this Ornn to stack this wave and slowly push this is, yes, this wave will most likely be triple stacked by the time that it hits this turret. So you can see Kev is oh no, I mean there you go. Kev is around the top side. He will try to look for the reset here. Yeah, he is going to look for the reset here, so most likely we're not going to see any, EXP avoidance.
We see pings coming in. Trundle is around. Trundle might get the kill into Ornn here. Ornn does have flash available. Now Trundle going for this Ornn, using that domain to try and get that movement speed and attack speed, using that pillar very well onto the Ornn. Ornn trying to slow the Trundle. Trundle does not have flash. Ornn going backwards for a grass proc. A little bit greedy here. Akali now looking for a dive here. Flash E does not land the E, and that is so unfortunate. That's flash for flash. Will Ornn back all the way? Yes, he will survive. And that is a flash blown by Akali as well. Teleport now coming in. This, I believe, is going back to the mid lane, and that is very unfortunate. Losing both of our summoners in a botch dive.
I mean, yes, as we talked about right here, right? Like the either Junking or Kev does the denial of EXP here, and in here Junking was great to respond here, knowing that this is a triple stack wave, a night catch here.
Great hook. The slow does come up with Xayah. They might look for a pick here, but there's not enough CC. And that's just, you know, poking under tower. That's really all it is.
Yeah, I mean, great. Again, great knowledge there coming out from Kev here again, right? Kev knowing that, okay, I wasn't there to help for the EXP denial, and most likely Junking will respond to this. Let's try to get this early dragon stacking going. Gets this first dragon. This is going to be very big for this team, especially, you know, they need the move speed. They want to be able to get up close to them, and a lot of their ultimates actually require them you know, that extra move speed, that extra a few percent move speed once they ult, especially that Vex having the mobility after ulting already, you know, with those resets as well. We really need to pay attention to that ultimate once that is ready. And if you look actually around the map, there is a slight gold lead in the favor of Watchdogs, and that is mostly on this Vex who, oh, look at that damage already. This is just...
Yeah, using Ignite, this is a very aggressive hit. And great hook by Human 100. What a... sorry, by Lazerue. What a roam from this support. And this is exactly what I brought up at the very beginning, where this roam, where this support matchup is going to be something that will influence the map. Huge, huge hook. And great Lantern as well to bring in the Xin Zhao.
I mean, that's... It's like every time we're looking over at Lazerue, it's always a hook connect. It's always a hook connect, I swear. I mean, that just shows... Yeah, I mean, just... Oh,
going for this lane now, but Trundle getting pulled under tower, and that's just a kill going over. Now Xayah rooted. Will they look for the re-engage? Death sentence cooldown is lowered because it landed onto what's for the re-engage here. Both parties are still relatively healthy, and no, it doesn't look like it. But Poppy getting a great trade onto the Ornn. Ornn now dropping to about a fifth of his HP. Thresh, great flash play and hooking onto the Seraphine, and the great pullback as well. Continuing the chain CC, the heal is not going to be enough from the Ezreal, and another kill for this.
Yo, Lazerue is playing out of their mind right now. The Thresh is hitting all these important hooks, and we talked about this last time in the early game. Lazerue did this as well. It's like every time Thresh lands that death sentence, it's actually death for the enemy team. And this Xayah is 3-0 in the early game, 13k. I mean, right now a 3k gold lead onto the side of Watchdogs here in the player gold. Yeah, there you go. The top two needed persons with gold has gold, and that is Human 100 on the Xayah, who is big ahead of Trap Ori on the Ezreal. They are getting this free Herald here, cross map play coming out from Junking here. Very great response. This Herald most likely will be used over at the most important member here, which is you know, they're gonna try to help this Ezreal resurface a little bit, if not try to get this mid lane turret, if anything, if possible right now. I mean, as Junking, you really want to impact the map more than what you are doing right now as Trundle. I mean, Trundle unfortunately having to die twice instead of, you know, helping the lanes with those ganks, instead dying because of that early blowing that flash really early. But then right now has a flash now, so it'll be interesting to see here what kind of how good the next gank will be for Junking, especially with that flash available, can commit all in. And mind you, this is not the typical Trundle we have seen. At least it's no longer the PTA Trundle. Now it is that lethal tempo lethal tempo Trundle is it's pretty meta. Oh, finally we finally see a miss. But yeah, lethal tempo Trundle is one of those, if in an extended fight Trundle gets that lethal tempo proc off, that's going to be absolutely insane in a fight. And you know, Trundle strives off of these like skirmishes, wants to take one-on-ones, and especially in one-on-ones with that lethal tempo fully active, it will really go all the way through. Oh, there is a dive over top net cancel.
Just managed to stop the Ornn dash in return, and that's actually a really good trade for Poppy. Does have flash available once again, so she could look for a dive here, considering how the health bars are. No, she's not looking for it. Okay.
Oh,
But yeah,
I mean,
yes.
just building now. Oh, wait, no respect, no respect.
And great use of the ultimate as well for the chain CC. And this Poppy showing that she is indeed going to win this lane.
Yeah, I mean, Señor Stab, one of those most lane dominant champions.
Uh-oh.
I mean, oh, they're going for a dive here.
You're going for a dive onto this Akali. Great fear onto the Akali. Akali using her ultimate, going back. Vex ultimate Shadow Surge does not land. And Crescent Guard as well being used there. That is a little bit unfortunate, but Akali did have to blow all of her cooldowns, including Flash. So overall, that is pretty good for the side of Watchdogs. And Poppy taking tower hits here. Call of the Forge God is available. Could go for something. But look at this. Just constantly pushed out of the tower. This Xayah getting so much gold.
Oh
Great
my.
help to the Ezreal. They are going for this Ezreal. Great usage of the Arcane Shift to get away. Lantern being used to bring the Xin Zhao to safety, and goes wide. True Shot Barrage not landing.
Oh, there's another one in mid lane.
There's now Flash for Flash being used. Subjugate also used, but great fear by this Vex to once again thwart this gank from this Trundle.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Trundle should realize, okay, ganking Vex is not all that best for Trundle, because especially once that fear is activated, Trundle will most likely have to flash to get back into the action.
There's
Ooh.
pings going in. There's pings going in the top lane.
Yeah,
They're
top
looking for
lane
this
again.
Ornn. Trundle is looking for this Ornn, but Ornn looks like he's going to escape. But in bot lane, look, Seraphine might get caught out here. They have multiple members of Watchdogs. Hook does not land. They are going aggressive for this Thresh. Thresh almost falling here, but he will manage to survive.
Yeah, I mean, good try from Junking here, knowing that okay, they're going to put a lot of pressure over the bot lane. You know, let's give more gold to the member with the most gold right now for my squad. That is this Poppy, and yeah, first turret does go down for them. That's gonna be very helpful for this Poppy to further bully out this
Call the Forge God being used here. Does not manage to get the second charge due to the Poppy W, and now Herald gets a second charge as well. Or now getting pushed under tower. Poppy tanking this damage. Now they're looking for the Ornn. Great knock up onto the Trundle, having to force them away. But great cancel. But now here we have a Vex to come in for this fight. Vex trying to go for the Trundle here. Does have the fear available. Gets the pop, landing onto both members, and just absolutely popping this Trundle, getting that Everfrost onto the Poppy, and now Poppy is on the defensive. We have the Akali here as well now, though. Great knock up onto the Poppy, but the Poppy is too tanky. Taking out the Ornn. Ornn had to flash away. Great fear coming in from the Vex, but Vex getting stunned by the Poppy, and Akali getting that perfect execution onto the Vex, and a shutdown. 1-for-1 for both of these teams.
Yeah, I mean, right now the scary person in this Green Eggs team is that Poppy. They really do want to get to shut that Poppy down, but this is exactly what you expect out of a Poppy early game. We saw this last time around as well. This Poppy dominated.
Onto the Xin Zhao. Now Ezreal going in. Great Crescent Guard, but it's not enough. Ezreal was inside the circle, and that is a kill. Great dive by this Green Eggs bot lane.
Yeah, I mean, right now in terms of gold, there is the majority of the gold for Green Eggs is on this Poppy. 2-1-1 Bramble Vest already right there. Yeah, Señor Stab going toe to toe right now with Human 100. So in the late game, this is going to be very interesting to see, because the main carry for this Watchdog squad, again, we talk about Xayah, who already has Gale Force and has the ability to make those game breaking plays, you know, the game ending plays, or you know, it could also end in doom for them. But then here, wow, this is insane. They get 10 total plates. They get 10 total plates. That's crazy.
No, Vex got some of those mid plates.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
That's so goal, yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Poppy just great trade onto this Ornn. Ornn may be tanky, but now they're going for this. But great use of the W. Poppy always making sure to disengage with it instead of using it as an engage tool. And now, yeah, Poppy just absolute dominance.
And now they're just rotating. They're just gonna rotate now, try to get this turret here, but then they are going to respond here. Everyone is here. They got the
going for the Xayah. Xayah is getting flay usage, but they're blocking the Lantern. Lantern gets used now, and we see the Xin Zhao around this 3v3. Great pillar usage onto the Thresh here, but Akali going in for this the Xayah, and Xayah getting taken out by the Akali. Now Thresh is on the back foot. They're trying to get this Trundle here, but Trundle is just too healthy. Manages to survive. Second charge of perfect execution used, try to catch up with this Thresh, but Thresh manages to get away. But that is still 2-4-0 for this Green Eggs and Spam squad, and that is great. They're crawling back from the early game lead that Watchdogs had over them.
Yeah, I mean, at the bot lane, Vex did get the solo kill. Vex is still, I mean, this Watchdog squad is still very fed. No cooldowns at that fight. Yeah, Featherstorm was available there, but great stun coming out from the Poppy there to cancel out that, you know, that Featherstorm, and they get this second Herald. They get this ability to have the second charge. So this is going to be very, very important. Oh, Junking is almost, yeah, Jung King, look at that passive heal from the Trundle. But yes, Jung King can use this to push out mid lane after they all take this reset, or a little bit of in a few moments this jungler should look for the reset, look for a back, look for an item or wards for this upcoming dragon fight in a minute. So this is gonna I won't be surprised to see if this Herald goes down mid lane to force Watchdogs to respond to it and have a first step to this Baron. So this is going to be very, very important now, because I mean, yes, green eggs, as you talked about, the only person that looks like they can scale here is Ezreal, right? So you saw it there in an extended fight with Trundle. Trundle is most likely going to live, especially with a fully stacked team. But they are going for this Poppy. There is three members
here. Yeah, as you said, there are multiple members Poppy now getting. But great stun onto Xin Zhao for disengage. Does have that ultimate available. Keeper's Verdict used. But here we have the Feather Sword. The Misdirect does not land, but the Shadow Surge being onto the Poppy. Now call the Fourth God being used. A great encore, landing 4 members. The encore, the second charge of call the Fourth God does not connect. And now we have the Akali going in. Now they're on the defensive. Ornn is in the backline, but cannot get the Seraphine. And now Xin Zhao getting taken down as well. This is now 5 people. Box being used to slow people down. And it looks like they will stop the engage, but it's still 2-0 for Green Eggs and Spam, and they are starting to win these team fights.
Yeah, this is exactly when they are online. Especially look at the damage. I mean, the healing and the armor. I mean, like, the subjugate there was huge, because Ornn did get subjugated there. So in the end, the armor and all those resistances did go over to Trundle. They got
Seraphine getting taken out instantly, and now this is a 4v3. They could look for a re-engage here. Dragon is being taken down. Akali does not have perfect execution. Vex trying to get some fear off, but Thresh getting stunned by the Poppy. So much health on this Poppy, and they're trying to take her down. Great hook onto the Akali. Dragon gets slain, but we have the teleport coming in from the Ornn. Ornn is looking to fight, but Xayah is too low. Akali possibly looking for an execution here onto the Xayah, trying to look for where she is. Akali is hidden, is not spotted by vision, but they will take that. Granted, they did lose the Seraphine in the process, but they will be happy to know that they stopped the dragon stacking of Watchdogs and prevented that Dragon Soul.
Yeah, the Poppy is absolutely unkillable right now in that fight. It seemed like Human 100 was gonna kill herself there as Xayah by just auto-attacking the Poppy, right? So that's absolutely insane how fed this Poppy is. 3, 1, and 4. Señor stab not backing down, and what originally was at least a 3k gold lead is now just 800. It's just an 800 gold lead now, and Poppy still top 2 there, toe-to-toe with another member of Watchdogs again. But everyone is slowly creeping up in terms of gold here. I mean, Trap Ori is still very, very far behind from Human 100, but again, this is now when they're online. This is exactly when they should be bullying this Watchdog squad, as they should be, right, as they are right now, because this Xayah does not have Lord Dominic's just yet. This Xayah does not have IE just yet. That is why there's not much damage coming through, because there's not much magic penetration or armor penetration coming out from any damage of these members. But once those items do come through, Shadow Flame already completed. That's one of those magic pen items completed there. This Poppy is no longer going to be able to just walk around and dance around in fights like that anymore. But granted, I don't know if you've seen it, but every fight Ornn and Poppy are together, Ornn has not been able to cast R2 at all because of that Poppy. That Poppy has used that W to almost absolute perfection in this game so far. They have caught Akali here, but I don't think they will catch anything here. But again, so far this Poppy is where all the bunch of gold that Green Eggs does have, and it's all paying off right now in the early game. This looks like a Green Eggs, Green Eggs is taking over in the early to mid game now. So they don't want this to last up to 30 minutes, where Xayah,
great fear, however, to cancel.
Nice.
And that's huge, making sure to pop that W so that Vex cannot engage. So great play by both, actually. That was insane reaction from the Vex, actually.
Yeah, so I mean, you just really need to pay attention to the items right now, Poppy. Poppy right now is going to counter Kev and Human 100, right? They're not going to deal much damage to Poppy right now. What is very important is Vex. Vex is the most important right now, because there's not much magic resist yet onto this Poppy, but once that is there, what a
hook coming in and having to flash away. That is a cooldown. Granted, he used the box as well, but you'd be happy to trade ultimate for flash any day.
Yeah, I mean right now that is a very worth it trade here coming out from the jungler. So this is going to be very, very interesting here to see now, especially in the mid game. This is where, once the ornaments start coming through, ornaments will start coming through for Ornn, at least at level 13, 14 onwards. That will be that will be with Ornn now. So that is you need to look out for where. I mean, definitely, we need to look out for where the first one will go to, right? Preferably if we don't see any magic resistances, right?
I believe they nerfed the ornaments.
Yeah, 14, right? Sorry, 14 and 15 on.
Isn't it? Yeah. So Ornn gets it at Ornn gets it at 13, and then allies 15 onwards.
15 onwards.
I
Yep.
believe
So
that was the change. Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, yeah, Ornn reaches level 13, that is what happens, and then 14, 15, 16, 17, and excluding 18, Ornn can upgrade. So right now, yeah, this is going to be very important where the first ornament goes through. If we don't see any magic resistances, I won't be surprised to see if this ornament first goes to Vex, who is still very fed, mind you. But again, if they do go towards that Human 100 first ornament, it most likely will mean the third item for this Xayah will be Lord Dominic's, which will delay the IE a little bit. But looking at the items right now, this is most definitely going to be a Lord Dominic's. That's going to be very important. But if you look over the Poppy items, that's most likely a Warmogs. So yeah, this is going to be very big for the first ornament choice. Which should be on the Vex in terms of just damage, that ability to damage that Poppy in team fights right now, who both have TP over at the top lane. So yeah, this is gonna be the start of the Dragon Dance. If this first Ocean Soul, the Ocean Drake goes to Watchdogs, the second, sorry, this is gonna be very big because every dragon after that will be soul point for them, and it always means that GES always has to contest. But right now, they really have to go for this. This is the start of this very, very important Dragon Dance.
Yeah, teleport is available for both top laners, so they could look for something. As we see, level 13 hit. So now he has that Forge Fire Crest. Now this being dragged out as well, taking this, but Trundle jumps in, is spotted by and great coming in from the Thresh, and now just taken out instantly by Xayah, and now they're on the back foot. Encore still available, could look for a wombo combo here, but they are going to continue attacking this Ocean Drake. We will go for this True Shot Barrage coming in. It's stolen by a Q. It's stolen by a Mystic Shot. Great play by Green Eggs. Huge steal, and that is very unfortunate for Watchdogs. As you do see, I believe Smite was down for Watchdogs in that situation. So it's just unfortunate, but now they're going up here. I believe they're going for this Poppy. Look at this, all 5 members moving, and Ornn also chasing after this Poppy as well. All the pings coming in for charge of the follow. Call of the Forge God used, knocks up onto this Poppy. Xin Zhao going in, but Vex going in with Shadow Shirt. Great usage of everything, and great use as well. Great hook landing in, coming from Lazerue. The chase Poppy, she may be tanky, but not tanky enough to counter all 5 members of Watchdog showing up.
There you go. There's going to be the Baron Dance now. They're going to try to trade. They're going to try to force this, try to make them force up a fight. But yeah, Ornn is going to back, has the recall and has a TP for this if they do decide to start this Baron Dance, and they elect not to. They just go for that. This could have been that, but Señor Stab has Anathemas completed. So I'm going to be very interested to see who that goes on. It's either Vex or definitely either Vex or Xayah, right? But most likely this is going to be for the Vex here. But I mean, what I'm interested to see here now in terms of items here is, what does Junking finish? Is that gonna be the Titanic Hydra first, or is he gonna go towards other items first? Just leaving that Tiamat as Tiamat, because that's not really all that important. That was just used for the early clear, early wave for this Trundle. But the reason why they've Watchdogs have won fights whenever it's a 5v5 is because this Junking gets a lot of armor and resistances from Ornn. That's when Green Eggs actually wins these fights, right? So it's because Ornn gives the resistances over to this Trundle. So there's basically 2 tanks in this Green Egg squad, right? In this fight, so there's more people to melt. But as we speak, I mean, Xayah is 700 gold away from a completed Lord Dominic's. Yeah. And that's pretty much going to be a lot of damage coming through for this Xayah.
Coming in, we do see the Trundle going in a bit early, however, and True Shot Barrage was used, I believe, just used for the wave clear to ensure the dive. But we see a fight coming in. Seraphine almost getting caught out here. It's very aggressive. We do also see the Xin Zhao here, and he does walk away, does not get engaged upon, and this is just a little dance that both teams are doing.
I mean, right now, Forge Fire Crest is completed over for the for this Ornn, so the first ornaments will be coming through very soon. So yeah, if you really want to rush this Ornn over to the side lane and give this Ornn the ability to just get 15 as soon as possible and affect that map, because right now this gold lead is 2k, but that's going to go even higher once this ornaments do go through, because of all those stat boosts that it gives. And right now the top gold leaders are on the 2 carries of Watchdogs, who need to be carrying the damage right now, and Trap Aura is slowly getting up there. And remember, this is Ezreal. Ezreal's 2-item power spike is one of the strongest 2-item power spikes in this game. That is the Muramana Divine Sunderer. But the Divine Sunderer is not as strong for with the as Triforce Ezreal, but this is a very tanky team. So this is going to be very interesting to see how much damage. And there it is. That's the item. It's completed. There you go. The item is completed. So Typhoon will most likely be coming here. So the upgraded version of this Gale Force does become Typhoon. And yeah, if you level 14 now, starting level 15, we're gonna start seeing these things come in. And yeah, they're trying to go for a death push here or something. They're trying to set it up 1 minute, very early, very first step here, trying to deny vision, trying to get as much information as possible as to where all these members are going to be coming from. This Ornn is still at the top side, still has TP. So yeah, if you look over at the items, still no magic resistance is coming out from this Vex. So this Vex is for this Vex on this Poppy, so this Vex is going to do a lot of damage. Ooh, Hook just misses.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to start a fight here once again over this dragon. 30 seconds until this next dragon. So we will see a dance coming in. Vex getting some poke in, but the members are still really tanky. I believe, judging by that damage, is on Vex indeed. Now we do see Green Eggs having control of this. Mid wave is being pushed out by Watchdogs. They could look for a fight here. Look at the position on the map, but Poppy just getting some poke onto the Vex as well. And now they do have this red side does have Scuttle, so they could look for something here. Dragon Pit does not have any vision from Watchdogs, so this is going to be possibly a speedy take. Will Watchdogs try to counter this teleport now coming in from Ornn? It looks like they will look for a fight here. True Shot Barrage going in a little bit early, not land.
There you go, it's going on Human 100.
Right now, I don't know if that was the right time to upgrade an item. And Thresh hooking in the Poppy, and now the Poppy getting taken out by himself. But Vex landing into the back line. We do have the Akali onto the Vex now. Trundle getting taken out, or Seraphine using that Encore, but only landing into Poppy staying alive. But all 5 members are going for this. Vex taking out the Seraphine as well. Perfect execution coming in, but Grades on is coming. And Poppy getting taken down. Thresh, great hook onto the Ezreal as well. And now Ezreal is the only member standing. Great flash over the wall to dodge that Q from the Xin Zhao, but now they're on the chase. Vex does have the fear available. This is going to be huge. Vex does not have the reset from her Q. The fear does not land. They are looking to try to fight this. Gets a lot of damage onto this, and great knockoff onto the Ezreal. And that is an ace for Watchdog.
Yeah, you can see there the damage coming through over from the 80 carry. Typhoon has just been completed, I think, at that fight over there. So level 15, we see it there, the importance of that ornament. Yeah, the Poppy is no longer as... Yeah, that was very
scary though. He did it in the middle.
Very scary. It looked very scary there, but again, the importance of that ornament coming through and that item, Lord Dominic's, it just showed how how much time Poppy was able to spend walking around now. At the first fight, Poppy was basically invincible, right? Poppy was needed all 5 members and everything like that to, for that damage to go through, and also Eternal Winter completed here, and 2 items. There you go, the 2 items. Typhoon
wasn't even there in that fight. Typhoon wasn't even in that fight.
Exactly, that's so much damage there.
It was interrupted.
So, yeah, that's crazy. Eternal Winter and Ceaseless Hunger. Oh my god, 3 big ornaments all in one go coming out from Ornn here. So this
Friday sale, baby.
Yeah, this gold lead is just not what it seems it is. They're going to deal so much more damage. So this is most likely going to be that 1-3-1 split push of this for this Watchdog squad. They want to be able to split this team up because they know as a group they still are very strong as a group, but they don't want to have this Ornn, Poppy, and Trundle in the same area together, because that's going to be 2 tanks versus 1. And yeah, this is just going to be very difficult. Oh, they catch off the Trundle.
It's going in with the Shadow Surge and just absolutely popping this Ezreal, and now the Xayah going in. instantly taking out the Trundle, who was already on the back foot, and now they're going to push this. It looks like they're trying to end here. Vex using Shadow Surge recast again. Seraphine Encore going in, but it's not enough. Too much damage on this Vex, and now taking out the inhibitor. They only have one. I think they will look to do this. Vex uses that recast of the Shadow Surge. Poppy trying to look to go in. Akali does have perfect execution. They could look for something here, but there is now a wave coming in. This is a 4v2. Great call, the Forge God coming in from the side here, and it does not land, but Poppy has to use Flash to dodge that. And Ornn, great knock up onto the Akali. Great use of that ultimate to knock away the Ornn, but huge Feather Storm catching out the Akali. Akali now having to flash away as well. Poppy may be tanky, but it's not enough to take all the combined damage of all the members of Watchdogs, and they are ending the game. Perfect execution going in. Two-shot barrage as well to try and get some of these health bars a little bit lower. Xayah trying to fight off. Great kill, and now the Trundle going in, but Vex going in once again with the ultimate, getting that kill onto the Trundle, and they end the game. Huge victory for Watchdogs.
Yeah, I mean, this is a 30-minute game. You know, yesterday we were kind of spoiled, you know, quick games, but, you know, this is a 30-minute thriller, but it turned out as exactly as it was.